Or we can say that the new dispensation under the able leadership of His Excellency President Emmerson Mnangagwa has ushered in a new type of leadership which is pragmatic in nature. Why do I say that? We have seen accelerated implementation and construction of infrastructural development projects. Number one, you realize that the amount of road networks that have been done, especially you look at the Bedbridge Rundu Road, and these were done by local companies using local resources. You also come into the issue of dams, with a number of dams that have also been commissioned. For example, we've got Muchekeranwa Dam, which was commissioned yesterday, and this dam is set to benefit people who are surrounding the Makoni area and also those who live in Marondera. But most importantly, there's also going to be an irrigable land for more than 2,250 hectares of land. It means that youth are going to get opportunities there in terms of horticulture, in terms of tourism, in terms of fisheries. So we are seeing that there is a new trajectory in that projects are no longer taking time to be completed. We are seeing that President Emmerson Mnangagwa, he lives by his word, and Vision 2030 is going to be attainable because he's setting the requisite infrastructure that makes sure that Vision 2030 is actually achieved. But also, you also notice that apart from roads, apart from dams, you also notice that there has been also assistance which is coming in from other countries in terms of infrastructure development. You talk of the grant by the Japanese to assist in the road there in Mashonaland West Province. It shows that the world is actually endorsing the leadership of His Excellency President Mnangagwa and is having confidence in the new dispensation. There are also a panoply and a plethora of projects that have been done in communities, which include water projects. So we can say that brick upon brick, we are getting there. It's being done at a short space of time. It's being done using local resources. Then also going forward, you also notice the issue of hospitals that are being constructed today. His Excellency is is commissioning a unit for children in Blawayo and also another COVID center there. So you realize that in terms of health, in terms of infrastructure, is assisting. Most importantly, we also need to applaud the leadership of His Excellency in as far as the issue of dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic is concerned. Vaccination, more than 600,000 people have been vaccinated within a short period of time, and yes, some of the doses, they were donated, but you realize that there is also an element which was purchased from the governor of Zimbabwe. That's 100 million US, which was given. On the legal front, you also notice that the new dispensation has also ushered in laws that assist the young people. For example, the amendment number 2, recently amendment number 2, it speaks of the inclusion of youth in decision-making organs like Parliament. For number 1, it talks about inclusion of 10 youth from all the provinces. But this doesn't mean that those 10 posts are only exclusive. It also means that the youth have got a chance also to contest in the other 200-something posts. Then for women's quota, the extension of the women's quota, and it's now refined because it also includes young women. So you will notice that a lot has been done. You go also to the issue of empowerment. The establishment of the Empower Bank is there. And recently it was given about 250 million to support business upstarts and youth that are already in business. 250 million is there, people are getting it. But of course we know that the Power Bank has its own challenges because we want it to turn into a development finance institution where the loans are quite cheap. But you see that there is a will by the new dispensation to ensure that the lives of young people are improved. The incubation center, most people that are in higher and tertiary education are students, are youth. And the establishment of those incubation centers, it means that talent is being promoted by young people. So President Mnangagwa is pro-youth. is pro-development, and he speaks what he says. And you also wonder that how these local resources are being used. It's a marvel how he's using them for the development of the nation. That's all I can say in the interim.
Yeah, maybe probably as Youth League, what are the projects that you are undertaking ahead of 2023?
Yeah, most of our programs are underpinned with those that are done in government, and we are focused on increasing youth participation in decision-making organs of the party, and we are doing this through ensuring that youth are capacitated and they are actually encouraged to participate in the decision-making organs of the party and also of the government. You will notice that during the last the last DCC elections, most youth are contested in the DCC elections, and in those elections they did not only campaign for the post for youth affairs, but even all the posts that were involved with people that came from the Youth League, that are still youth even, that got post in the DCC. So it shows we are encouraging youth to participate in those positions. And also the issue of empowerment. There are programs that have been availed by government, for example, the horticultural projects to make sure that there are youth nutritional gardens per each and every ward. These are programs that we are trying to ensure that youth also take part into. We are also encouraging the issue of financial literacy, where we call the financial banks to come and teach the youth about how to construct and how to come up with viable and bankable projects. Then we are also encouraging entrepreneurship amongst young people, and through facilitating them to go and get funding through Empower Bank. But you might be aware that when we talk of youth it's not just a homogeneous group. We have got different types of youth. We've got youth who are professionals, youth who are in the media industry, we've got youth that are in the building industry, we've got youth that are in different spheres of life within sport. So we've got programs that are tailor-made for each and every youth sector, so that we are able to make sure that their interests are served. But what you can basically say is that under the visionary and the guidance of His Excellency President Mnangagwa, we know that Vision 2030 is made for the youth. It's for the young people, because it's not made for the elders only. It's made for us. And it means that the future under this new dispensation is bright.